There comes the sun, I say. Well, bitter criticism. We are gonna record. We're gonna use the light. Unfortunately, we are gonna get blind here. Uh, this is Saturday morning. Don't remember which Saturday is. Saturday something, Saturday 14 something. We have just the regular news, but I guess I have something from Pepe Escobar. I don't remember, maybe from yesterday, yeah. So I guess I will put the. Oh, I forgot the. Oh, I forgot the. Yeah, I forgot the card, my card, the the logo, the Pepe Escobar logo. So this will be just regular news from April 12th, 2024. Homeworld news. And autumn is already here. People are talking about winter, but of course this is not accurate. This is just a cold autumn. This is the equinox of autumn. I'm not sure about the technical terms, but this is the equinox. The planet Earth just made a sharp curve through the outside. I mean the curve of the translational movement, So that's why it's so cold in the south hemisphere. But it's fine, It's better. My opinion is better to be in. What? I like both. There's good things about both weathers. Like in a tropical weather, you have a lot of tropical fruits, of course, and the tropical fruits. I will pay attention again. What the hell is cupuaçu fruit or mangaba fruit? What the hell they have? This so different. It's kind of when I actually search about it, they have this kind of terpene. This a substance is not an alcohol, but it's a terpene. Is a people say is something you smell. It's something you smell from the fruit, but in my opinion, it's a flavor. It's a magical flavor actually. It's a magical sensation. Anyway, but so we don't have tropical fruits here in Chile, unfortunately, and that's why people never knew this kind of fruits. Well, and that's what I really like. I like tropical fruits. That's it. I guess you may argue that people are great, that hot babies are super great, or anything, but women can be too toxic. And maybe cyborg geishas, maybe robots, maybe too boring. So what's never boring is tropical fruits, fruits in general, jams, But anyway, so I hope someday to have at least synthetic flavors, at least synthetic flavors from cupuaçu, pitanga, genipapo, and mangaba. And that's it, I guess. Because they have a terpene, a special flavor. Well, the last time it was great actually because you could see the sky changing. So maybe I like that so much that I like it so much the last panoramic view, the last angle from the sky. I will strongly have that in consideration next times. For sure. because the sky was so important. The sky was changing, just like it's changing right now in that other direction over there. So yeah, just gonna read news from yesterday, April 12th, 2024. Home world news. Why Israel is risking a dramatic escalation with Iran. For us here in Chile, all that is just news. Yeah, we all have problems here, but we the only thing we can do is look to other side, to try to fix our own problems here. Try to survive here, and well, don't pay attention to other people's problems. That's what's really happened in global south. No one help each other because everybody has too much problems. Unfortunately, we don't win lottery to solve all problems and fuck our babies, or I mean our hot girls. I'm sorry. Why Israel is risking a dramatic escalation with Iran? While Israel's latest airstrike in Syria appears totally unhinged. I don't know this word. Unhinged. UNHYNGED. Unhinged. Unhinged. There seems to be clear strategic thinking. Oh, this is from Bradley Blankenship. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Bradley, but I missed our top three. I like the way that you write. You write so smoothly. I like the smoothly way Bradley Blankenship writes. But I'm not the softest guy, the smoothest guys in the world. So I prefer Timur Fomenko, who is tough. Timur Fomenko is so tough. Timur Fomenko is just as tough as Roberto Bolaño, our best novelist in here. Roberto Bolaño was so tough. He defied journalists and said that he preferred to be Bolivian instead. Roberto Bolaño is my idol. Is my I don't know how to say. I don't think Roberto Bolaño is perfect, but definitely he is one of my favorite Chileans. You're not seeing this, but the sun is just rising. Look, this is the rising sun in Chile. This image could be better. Oh, we just lost the whole rising sun. What about that? So I guess I'm gonna take from here now. Yeah, I'm gonna take from here this way the rising sun. But the question is, I don't have where to sit. Just a second. I guess it's fine now. The question is, this way it should be lower. So let's try what's going to happen. What's going on? I guess it's fine now, but I should be in front of camera, so we will see what happens with the sun rising. Yeah. What about that? The rising sun. And of course that is our tower. So I swear I will never do any harm to that tower over there. I swear, for the love of my grandchildren, for the love of my doggies, my poor doggies. So here we go. So Bradley Blankenship, what a smooth guy. I like him. I arguably can say that he's my favorite American. What about that? I like Michael Moore too. So the sun is rising. Um, why Israel is risking a dramatic escalation with Israel, with Iran, while Israel's latest airstrike in Syria appears totally unhinged. There seems to be clear strategic thinking. Blankenship, by Bradley Blankenship, an American journalist, columnist, and political commentator. Um, I didn't say this, but why Pepe Escobar is my second place? Because he is funny. That's it. So Timur Fomenko is sharp. Timur Fomenko is sharp. Pepe Escobar is funny. And Bradley Blankenship is soft. Timur Fomenko is Bradley Blankenship is like a mom, you know. So we are reading a mom article. I'm sorry, Bradley, but you're so soft guy. On April 4th, Israel bombed and ultimately destroyed the Iranian. Bradley Blankenship is like the good cop, you know. He's the good cop. Well, Timur Fomenko is a tyrant, you know. He's devil, and Pepe Escobar is like satire. He's like a satire. So that's why they three are my favorite journalists, my favorite analysts, and that's it. I mean my three writers, because I heard too much people from YouTube like Ricosta Pimenta, sometimes Michael Hudson too. So I will say my own English speaking I take from Michael Hudson. You know, that's my biggest influence on speaking English. Yeah. So I take my English from Michael Hudson. What about that? Just read this shit. Oh, this mom article, and ultimately destroyed the Iranian consulate annex building situated next to the Iranian embassy in Damascus. You know, Israel bombed and ultimately destroyed the Iran consulate annex building situated next to the Iranian embassy in Damascus. Oh, I got it. Now I got it. You know, I was misunderstanding what happened. So Syria is an unfortunate country destroyed by war. Russian people have protect this country. Also Iran. So this is a whole different country. Is in between. Syria is in between Iraq and Iran. So it's funny geographically. Iran is a huge country. Iraq is kind of a smaller country than Iran. And then we have Syria, which is even smaller. Is smaller than Iraq. So Iran is big. Iraq is smaller, and Syria is even smaller, and Israel is even smaller. As I always say, Israel looks like it's just how to say, is a mascot. Mascot, no, is a this is just like a allegoric. It's an allegoric country, you know. It's not a real country. It's just an island. It's an island. It's a cargo ship, just like Pepe Escobar said, not cargo ship. Anyway, so that's the situation. Syria has an embassy, an Iran embassy, and Israel just strike them. Well, but in my opinion, this is not a huge. Yeah, people are waiting to see what's going on, because Iran, as far as I know, I'm not sure now, but no, even the Soviet Union, they back it. Well, someone is backing someone. You know, that's what's going on. Iran, maybe they back it. Palestine, but I'm not sure now. No, China. China. That's what happened. Mao Zedong backed Palestine. In those times, back in Mao Zedong time. Other than that, I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah, good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning for everyone here. The sun is just here. So Bradley Blankenship, let's just run now. Run. The strike, which killed 7 military officials, was widely condemned by the international community as a clear violation of Syria's sovereignty, as well as of the Vienna Convention and the established norms of international relations. Cursory, just because of these helping policies that evil axis, let's say, quoting the evil axis have, like Iran is baking Syria, of course, and Israel doesn't like nothing, doesn't like Syria, doesn't like, the US doesn't like. This is an American journalist, let's take a chance here. Let's take a chance. So Israel, Israel, I'm not saying that is they are not evil. Geopolitics, there's no evil. Israel attacked Syria because for Israel, Iran is the enemy. Iran is the enemy. For the United States, Iran is the enemy. So that's why they are attacking. Israel is under war. So is the most ridiculous thing I just saw from all this subject is that the ranking of happiness say that Israel is a happy country. How a happy country will be under war? There's nothing happy about war. A cursory look through history shows that state actors have virtually never attacked the diplomatic missions of other states, except during periods of total war. The most relevant and recent example is when the US bombed the Chinese embassy in Belgrade, today's Serbia, in 1999. Yeah, I knew that just because of Russia Today. Which it claimed was an accident. Though to be sure, Beijing did not believe this was the case, despite apologies from the administration of President Bill Clinton. That's normal, I guess that's normal. Like, if you have an enemy, a big enemy, a huge enemy like China because it's communist, and you have a destroyed country like Syria, like Yugoslavia, and you see there's an embassy over there, and you see some movements, bomb it. This is your enemy too. These countries are backing the other countries. I'm not defending what Israel or the United States are doing, but that's the logic thing to do. That's the logic thing to do. Such a situation is totally unacceptable and sets a horrible precedent for international relations. Israel, as well as countries like the US, do not have the right to exercise military actions in Syria without the express consent of the UN-recognized government of Syria. Doing so is a blatant violation of the UN's Charter. In addition to violating the UN Charter, the attack on the Iranian consulate is a clear violation of the 1961 Vienna Convention of Diplomatic Relations. and the 1963 Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. Uh, It is a bold gambit for the government of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to have resorted to such an escalation. It begs the question, why did Israel do this? I'm sorry, Bradley, but I just answered, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom, but I already know. I'm sorry, Bradley, to tell you you are a mom. But Bradley Blankenship is just too soft. It's kind of cynic. It's cynic in a good way. It's not. This is not terrible. Why Israel bombed Iran consulate? Why? Because they are enemy. But Iran is the enemy. That's why. According to the New York Times, one of the strikes killed the General Mohammad Reza Sahedi, who was believed to have been in charge of Tehran's relations with Hezbollah in Lebanon and other non-state groups in Syria, having served extensively across the Middle East during this tenure. Well, that's it. That's why you are killing militaries. You are killing strategic targets. His tenure, I didn't know this word. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Bradley. Tenure. Perhaps the most simple explanation for the attack could be that it was. No, this is a great writer. Can you have the feeling perhaps the most simple explanation for the attack could be that it was meant to stifle the logistical operations of the axis of resistance and any potential attack against Israel by a united front. I guess it's super normal. Super normal. I will not do that because I'm not a military guy, but I will do that more than normal. This is instinctive. You do these kind of things by instinct. At the same time, it is probably far more complicated and could do with the fact that the current US policy of carte blanche for Israel will almost certainly not survive until the end of this decade. For military leaders in Israel, now could be the only time to act in what could potentially be an existential war. I didn't put my attention here, but public opinion has plummeted in the West for Israel and its ongoing atrocities in Gaza. But it did not begin there. In 2021, during weeks of fighting in Gaza that year, for the first time ever, members of the US Congress went on the record to criticize Israel. The following year, mainstream human rights organizations like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch published scathing reports accusing Israel of apartheid. In the middle of the last month, the administration of President Joe Biden abstained from a vote on a UN Security Council resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Biden also personally told Netanyahu on April 4th that he had to change his approach to the unfolding humanitarian disaster in Gaza. Despite these actions, the US has maintained that the UNSC resolution is non-binding and is still providing arms for Israel's war effort, effectively making any words of abstentions moot. I don't know the moot word, M-O-O-2. But thank you, Bradley. You write so well. Just a second, I'm lost here. Uh, Even if U.S. support may be shakier than in the past, it is clear that Washington is still nominally on the side of the Jewish state, at least for now. Thus, it could be seen that the stakes for Israel are extremely high. Extremely high, yeah. They just killed a general, so what can we say about it? You know, something strange is happening in real life here. Mursi is just looking at that, is just looking there. You will see. Mursi is just there for a long time ago now. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe something happened to Milu. I hope not, but what the hell's going on? Mursi! Venga! My dogs don't obey me. But something strange. Mursi never was like that, you know? Just sitting in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing. Maybe she's just looking, you know? Yeah. Maybe she's just, I don't know, having a good time. I like dogs because of that, you know? Dogs just have a good time doing nothing, you know? Wearing no clothes, you know? They are so happy. The only thing dogs want is to be free, you know, and kill all the dogs like Tommy. but that's not gonna happen anymore. No, Tommy never kill any human, never any dog, any cat. Tommy's not a killer. Okay, it's just my bodyguard. Oh, Mursi was waiting for a rabbit. Mursi was chasing. Such an interesting behavior, isn't it? She was just like waiting for the rabbit, and then she ran. But Mursi has zero chance to chase a rabbit because she's too slow. Yeah, that's my beer boy, my beer baby. Zero chance to survive in the wild. Anyway, just run. And that's Milu. Shaker than the past, it is clear that Washington is still nominally on the side of the Jewish state, of the punk. Israel is a punk state. What a punk state. Well, you know, I will have, Israel is terrible, but look what the hell they just did, you know? They just killed an Iranian general. We will see what's going on, you know? We will see what happened with this crazy... But you know, Zionist people, they are not the good Jews, you know? The good Jews are not in Israel. Who is a good... Woody Allen is a good Jew. And who else? Noam Chomsky is not in Israel. Any famous, nice Jew, good Jew, is in Israel. So Israel is like a crazy state, you know? They're too violent. They are not the good Jews, for sure. So yeah, if Iran or China or any Iran, you know, I guess Iran could defeat Israel. We will see. We will see what will happen. I just can see, you know, I can do nothing to protect Israel. You know, you dig your own grave. In all the last century, you deserve it. You know, you will disappear, and I can do nothing to help you. At least for now, thus it could be seen that the stakes for Israel are extremely high. Finally, an undeniable factor is that the current Israeli government's survival is the primary driving force behind this attack. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer the most senior Jewish elected official in Washington on March 14, called out Prime Minister Netanyahu personally in a speech to the Senate. He accused the leader of allowing his political survival to take precedence over the best interests of Israel. The senator called for new elections, adding that Israel cannot hope to succeed as a pariah opposed by the rest of the world. Definitely. So how things change. This is an American journalist saying these things, that Israel is done, the US is back in Israel by now, things will change for Israel. So anyway, Israel, the most well-equipped military in the Middle East, is in a state of total war with a guerrilla group, Hamas, that is comparatively fighting with sticks and rocks. So terrible. The fact that it has not yet achieved its objective of eradicating Hamas and freeing the hostages it took on October 7 last year is extraordinarily embarrassing for the Netanyahu government. Additionally, the near-unified international backlash against Israel for its military actions in Gaza has made situation unsustainable. Though retreat will also mean political suicide for the Likud party. I have zero idea who is the Likud party. It is clear that the Israel Prime Minister needs an out. An obvious route would be to provoke the Iranian government into a major escalation, diverting international attention away from Israel's crimes in Gaza, and instead forcing Washington and its allies to rally behind the Jewish state in apparent self-defense. Interestingly, Biden seemed to create space for such a strategy during his latest call with Netanyahu, when he also added that the US will defend against public Iranian threats against Israel and the Israeli people. For its part, Israel has warned Iran it could take things to a new level if it is retaliated for the airstrike in Damascus. But Israel was warning it could be things to the new level. So, what's going on here in this article? I guess Donald Trump will win the next election, because Bradley Blankenship is saying that is an American journalist. Maybe he's not allowed to enter the US anymore. Maybe he's just trying to survive in the Czech Republic. Who knows? We are worried about you, Bradley. Look what you just wrote. Here. Biden seemed to create space for such a strategy. So how to write bitter things smoothly? Such a bitter guy, this Bradley Blankenship. Interestingly, Biden seemed to create space for such a strategy during his latest call with Netanyahu, when he also added that the US will defend against public Iranian threats against Israel and the Israeli people. So maybe Biden is baking Netanyahu. So that's what Bradley Blankenship is saying. But that's not so terrible, because the facts speaks for themselves. If there will be a war between Iran and the US and Israel, Bradley Blankenship is not responsible. So, judging by the reaction from within Iran, evident by official statements and reports from the state media, it is clear that major sectors of civil and elite society in Tehran are demanding a reprisal for this attack. According to anonymous Western intelligence reports cited by media outlets Bloomberg, such an attack is very likely. But it is also likely that this is precisely what the Israeli government wants to happen, hoping that knee-jerk need for revenge, in addition to the emotions stirred by the situation in Gaza, could force a strategic misstep by the Iranian government, allowing Israel to make a last-ditch effort to secure U.S. support for its military effort and also ensure Netanyahu's political survival. And that's it. So, who knows? You never know with this journalist, you know? Maybe this journalist is just saying what Biden want him to say, you know? Maybe he's just a Biden worker. Is Bradley Blankenship a Biden worker? A Biden spokesperson? That will be the title. Is Bradley Blankenship a Biden spokesperson? But anyway, we have I have a lot of news I never read. But this news I save because it's kind of funny too. Look, it's from a lot of months ago. It's like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Look, news. I don't know where is, maybe I don't remember where I take this from. It's also from America. It's also a criticism against America. So you know, it's just day now. So that was the rising sun. Son of a bitch. No, not son of a bitch. So here we go. Here we go with the actual, with the usual. With the usual scenery. So yeah, a last news. I call this news, this kind of news, shit news, because this news is from the mainstream media. So, a woman moved from Florida to Virginia for a new job and worked 7 days. Then they told her she had never been hired. What about that? Matthew Locke, October 11. I have zero idea about American geography, but Florida to Virginia looks like it's a huge rally, isn't it? He took a huge rally. We have the photograph, a composite image of a woman looking surprised and holding her hands up, and a map with Florida and Virginia circled. This is the photo, the image. Cam Rim Spina told Insider she moved from Florida to Virginia and started working on August 1st. Carmen Spina, TikTok and Google Maps. A 24-year-old woman told Insider she moved from Florida to Virginia for a new job. Cameron Spina said she worked 7 days in a collegiate sports coach before learning she wasn't hired. Spina said she and her would-be boss had worked on relocating her and even settled payroll dates. Insider today. Oh, what's going on, Mercy? Look who is here now. Mercy, come here. Come. Venga, aquí arriba. Venga. Mercy just, I don't know if you see Mercy here. Yeah, Mercy just fly away again. Mercy love. Well, you know about dogs. Dogs love the most the night. You know, the night and the rising sun, the early morning, the very early morning. That's the the perfect hour for dogs. I don't know why the dogs love this kind of hour. Maybe because is I don't know. I'm not sure. They are hunters, you know. They're trying to hunt some rabbit. I guess that's what they like the silent environment to just to chase little animals. So, sing up email by clicking sing up. No, just wait a minute. A woman said she moved to Virginia from Florida for a new job and worked there for 7 days, finding out she wasn't actually hired. Cameron Spina, 24, told Insider, this is from Insider, I guess, she applied this summer for a job as a cheerleading coach at a college in Virginia and was excited when she heard back. The names of the college and the coach are known to Insider, but Spina requested that they not be published out of concern for potential legal repercussions. So yeah, Spina graduated with a master's degree in global sports business from Rutgers University in 2022. She said the head coach of the cheerleading program at the Virginia College arranged for a first interview with her over Microsoft Teams in June. Well, I guess this is not so important, but maybe the most interesting thing is the distance, I guess. The distance she take. Camry Spina, while explaining how moved 1,000 miles for a job wasn't ever mine. This opens a long one to bear with relocate job trending jobless. So that's it. So it was not so important in the end. Cheerleading coach, huh? I guess cheerleading is not so great. It's not so. Cheerleading is not. It's like martial, you know. It's like military too, you know. The cheerleaders are like they are sexy, of course, but they are also like military. They are like an army, you know. I don't know about that. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just gonna do my yoga now. So just 1.5 news. What about that? So yeah, I guess I will never read shit news like this because this news kind of a cheerleading coach. Who cares? Who cares about cheerleading? You know. And I miss my yoga sign. Hey, let's free Tommy. 1 minute for Tommy. Just 1 minute. Wait a minute. Wait there, Tommy. Good morning, Tommy. Well, I hope nobody came here right now. Any dog coming here? Hi, Tommy. That's it. So my other dogs just gone.